The 5 team truths are super important to understand. And honestly, if you like this enough, you can share it with your team because this has been table stakes for me as an SDR leader running my own SDR teams. These 5 truths have totally defined everything we do and are at the core of who we are as a high performing SDR team. I want to share them with you as a rep because if you can embrace and adopt them, it'll help you skyrocket your success. But even if your team starts to adopt them, everyone's going to win. So, all that being said, let's dive in. The genesis of the 5 team truths actually come from the special operations forces in the military. As I was thinking about my SDR team, I was thinking about who are the highest performing teams out there in the world and what can we learn from them. Of course, what comes to mind, NBA teams, football teams, your Olympians, even, right? Olympians are the highest performing athletes across the globe. But I thought even more than that, who's even better than them? And then I was thinking, like, oh, yeah, the Navy SEALs or the Army Rangers or Green Berets or all of these high class special force US military troops. They are actually the most high performing teams out there because we know with full confidence we can put a group of Navy SEALs anywhere in the world and they're going to come out successful. So, what can we learn from them? Well, the special operations forces actually have these 5 truths they live by. I'm not going to run through them all because you can read them right here, but I'm going to jump over to the sales perspective of these 5 truths. So the first truth is humans are more important than sales. What this means for you as an SDR is that one, externally, when you're talking to prospects, you have to remember that they're human beings. You can't put your desire to book a meeting with them over the fact that they're a human because you're just going to have commission breath and they're going to see how desperate you are and they're not going to want to talk to you. So just remember, externally, humans are more important than sales. Treat your prospects like humans. Internally, you want to treat your teammates higher than just using them for resources. And you also don't want to be so stressed out and focused on your success that you're forgetting to elevate your team around you. Humans are more important than sales. The second team truth is quality is better than quantity. Now, look, you need quantity in outbound. It's just part of the game. There's the math of sales, and the math of sales says if you don't get a certain amount of touches out to a certain amount of leads, then only a certain amount are going to reply, a certain amount will book a meeting, a certain amount will convert, a certain amount you'll hit quota. Point is you need quantity as the foundation of your math of sales for you to even be successful. So don't mishear me and think that sending 5 personalized emails out per day is going to be more effective than 50 relevant emails. Quantity matters. What I'm talking about though with quality is you do need to make sure you're not just spam cannoning everyone with the same freaking email because that prospect is getting so many emails from other people that they are going to look at your email the same as someone else's email that's a spam cannon, right? So quality is better than quantity. What that means is in your quest to do quality work, you need to maintain quantity, but make sure you're doing quality work. Make sure you're taking time to be relevant, to personalize, to research, to be different, because quality touches matter, and quality touches are what get responses. The third team truth is that high performing SDRs cannot be mass produced. What this means for you as an SDR is that you need to take your learning and development seriously. You need to go deep on surrounding yourself with mentors, listening to podcasts, reading books, turning your YouTube algorithm, your TikTok algorithm into something that's going to feed you and level you up because your role is so advanced and there's so much to it, you're never going to master it, but you need to try because that's what's going to help you succeed and promote way quicker than anyone else around you. Team truth number 4 is sufficient pipeline cannot be created midway through the quarter. What this means for you is that if you're halfway through a month and you're behind on quota and you all of a sudden decide to try really hard, that's not how this works because you have to then prospect a bunch of new people, research them, put them in step 1 flows, those are going to move to step 2, step 3 touches, step 4. You're going to run out of time. And so the whole point here is that you can't magically create pipeline in the middle of a month or the quarter. You should have done that 2 weeks ago. Everything in the SDR world revolves on like a 2 to 4 week cycle. So don't think that you can kick your feet back and relax and chill out and then, oh, I'll just make up for it next week. I'll make up for it later. You have to plant seeds today that are going to bear fruit tomorrow. And so if it's tomorrow and you don't have fruit, you need to look at your past self and say, crap, that's my fault. I should have been planting seeds consistently. This also applies to quota. Don't get complacent when you hit quota and think, okay, it's time to chill. No, that's the best time to work ahead. That's the best time to get ahead on your quota for the next month. That's the best time to get a few more opportunities in line so that when that next month rolls around, you already have 2 or 3 ops in the bag. So definitely do not take the foot off the gas and do not believe the lie that you can just magically create pipeline. Doesn't work that way. If you're desperate at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, that's your fault. You should have worked harder earlier. So don't fall into that trap. The 5th sales truth is that most of your success is not because of you. Think about it. You don't even have a product to sell if there's not a product team. You don't have a paycheck or benefits if there's no HR team. You don't even have leads to reach out to if there's no marketing team. You don't have good systems and CRMs and sales engagement platforms if there's no ops or data team. The point is that you do not succeed because you're so high and mighty and amazing. Your success is dependent on other people. And you need to, 1, recognize that, but 2, highlight other people, shout them out, and build them up because those people are responsible for you having a job. And if you can shout them out, recognize that, highlight their success, thank them, go out of your way to say thank you to one teammate per day, even if they're not even on your SDR team, you're going to build such great relationships that when opportunities open up to promote at that company, everyone is going to have nothing but positive things to say about you. Also, external to the company, when you move on one day, those relationships are going to follow you. And you're going to get really good opportunities to network with people that you were nice to way back in the day that have opportunities for you now. So the whole point is you've got to understand your success isn't your own. Every win you get, find someone else to highlight and say, hey, I booked that meeting because I used your script. Or, hey, manager, I hit quota because your coaching has been so helpful. Thank you. Hey, random marketing person, thank you so much for the support you gave to the SDR team this month. We really appreciate the work you're doing. That stuff is how you build a network of people who will go to bat for you any day you need them. So those are the 5 team truths. Embrace them, run with them, share them with your team. And if you want a deeper dive, hit the link below to read through the rest of the blog that gives you more specific examples of each one. Let's keep crushing.